Thank you, Chris. This is Eddie. I've requested if I can speak first today as I have a webinar to attend shortly. So, hello from London. Last week of the New Year celebrations was not a full working week, as we all know. In some cases, such as Scotland, they even take an extra day's holiday, only starting last Wednesday. So it was something of a surprise to see not only so many different technical signals last week, but also across so many markets. In the equity markets, we had a variety of actions with a weekly key reversal up in FTSE futures in the UK. Also, a really nice looking weekly key reversal up in the Dow Jones Stock Index in the US, complementing and offsetting the weekly key reversal down made in the middle of December and making for some potentially interesting actions in the near future. We also had a nice looking weekly key reversal up in the Chinese CSI 300 index. However, as nice as it may have been, there were no such complementary moves in either the Shinext or Shanghai Composite indexes. So as nice looking as it is, I would add a note of caution as well. We also had an interesting weekly key reversal up in the German Bund futures, which offset what was until then a large monthly key reversal down in December last year. This was the second monthly key reversal down in the last 5 months, and as you would expect from such a contradictory pattern, we hadn't really gone anywhere this week so far, just indecision right now. In the currencies, we had weekly key reversals down in US dollar Canadian dollar, US dollar Indian rupee, Japanese yen against the Chinese yuan, US dollar against Hungarian forint, and euro against the Hungarian forint. This last one, EuroHUF, is interesting as we had a weekly key reversal down in the middle of December last year that led to a monthly key reversal down for December overall. And now we have another one at the start of this year. So what does this sometimes perverse and obtuse market do this week? Well, to suit its behavior, it decided to start a small rally higher, tackling the slowly rising long moving average from below, currently at 399.46, trying to get above it after taking most of the end of December to push down through it. We also had weekly key reversals up in the currencies last week in US dollar against the South African rand and US dollar against Norwegian krona. In the commodities, we had an interesting series of somewhat disparate contracts. We had weekly key reversals down in NYMEX WTI crude oil futures, in NYMEX RBOB futures and ICE Brent crude oil futures. And thus, with 3 out of the 5 major futures contracts showing lower, it looked like we might be seeing the beginning of something. However, though this is still early, there has not been any follow through lower in any of them, not yet at least. Alternatively, we had weekly key reversals up in some other commodities as well, and they seem on the surface at least to be unrelated. We had a weekly key reversal in London cocoa futures, though not the New York contract, and so far at least we have not seen a follow through higher here. Indeed, the opposite seems to have occurred. Similar things seems to have happened in New York cotton futures, a weekly key reversal up there last week, but no follow through higher this week, though prices are sitting more sideways than down right now. Finally, I come down to 2 metals, one that had a weekly key reversal up and one that had a weekly key reversal down. In LME 3-month copper, we had a good looking weekly key reversal up last week, a nice one. But it was the follow-on higher this week that was spectacular. Last Monday was a gapping move higher with a break up over the upper bull channel line, currently at 88.07. This bull channel had run the market slowly higher since August of last year. Yesterday was an even higher move, with not only a first close over the upper bull channel line, but a first close over the 50% Fibonacci line for the whole of 2022 at 8,900. Today we're even higher and fully justifying last week's weekly key reversal up. Meanwhile, in LME 3-month nickel, we had a weekly key reversal down last week. There hasn't been any real follow-through lower, well, until now. More indecision around last Friday's action, if anything, and I think I can explain a little. You see, 3 weeks ago we had a weekly key reversal up, the week prior to Christmas, and in between Christmas and New Year we had a nice follow-through higher that extended to Monday last week. But by Tuesday last week things had turned lower, gapping lower in fact, and so we ended up with last week's weekly key reversal down. Thus, if we perhaps set aside the week between Christmas and New Year, then last week could be seen as an immediate countering weekly key reversal down. And this, for anyone who knows any of my musings on the markets, will know that this is usually a sign of indecision, in this case inter-week indecision, and why this week has been what it has been until recently. I'll finish with a quick note to the TikTok generation out there. We had a weekly key reversal down in AMC stock of the US last week. There's not been any follow-through lower, rather only a small pullback this week, with prices still well within last week's range. As always, I'm happy to share my videos, various charts, and answer any questions for anyone who wishes to contact me. And with that, I'll finish this section from me in London, and I hope you found these comments useful.